Well, hello. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 25 in Zielonka, episode 28. Last episode, we did some cultivating, we did some planting of canola in our far fields. Not that they're that far away, but the ones over by the shop. Um, we did some harvesting contracts, and that was a little under $7,000, plus we got a good amount of bonus wheat to go into our mill, which is out of control. Um, I tidied up a little bit of the flour over here because it was ridiculous. It was a huge mess over here. This is just terrible I did over here. So yeah, I cleaned that up and I moved our oil from it over here. This oil mill's still going. There's a little bit left to do. That should make one more pallet. 20 to 10, so yeah, we should make one more. 100. Maybe? Will we? 900. 450. Ooh. I think we'll just be short of a pallet, so we'll just have to set it to selling at some point. When is canola oil good? Price-wise. Oil, oh, November. Yeah, we can wait. I know you don't get quite as much money when you do it as selling. But I don't know if it's a set thing or if it's based on the market price. I usually try to set it when it's, unless I'm just going to leave it all the time, but a little bit like that. Just do it during a high market price. Hopefully you get more. So I was having an issue with this particular water tanker, both here and in the Lipinki series. And they updated it, so it works now. I don't know if it was an incompatibility with one of the game updates, but it's working fine now. It was a little finicky though before on this map, so I don't know. Feed our chickens. I don't know what else we were going to get into today. Our fields are planted. What do we have for weeding on this map? I don't remember. It's been so long. Do I have the hoe? I think I have the hoe, right? I do. So I don't have to jump right to doing that. That's going to have to be fertilized next month. I think I said in last episode I'm going to leave this to do something in the spring. Either more soybeans or something like sorghum. I don't even remember what I harvested. I think that was canola before, maybe. I think this was sorghum. Not sure. What can we do in spring? Let's see. Oats. Sorghum, soybeans. Sunflowers. Well, we can't really do sunflowers. Because that's another header I'd need. Like at least one, but... Let's see, what do I want to do? I might save soybeans. I did finally put in, I don't know if I showed this before. I should have the extended production stuff somewheres. Yeah, extended goods and productions. So with this different grain mill, you can do stuff with the soybeans. You can do the soy milk. I think I did go over this. You do soy milk in that thing. And this has a bunch of other stuff we can do if we wanted to. I don't really know if I want to do dairy stuff though. Plant-based protein factory. We might be able to do this. I don't remember what the recipes were, but we might be able to do something like that. I don't like the way that building looks, but whatever. I think we can move on into September. I think that's where we are, because it is pretty late already. So let me up our time here again. Nothing's ready to be sold yet. Eggs are November, canolas, oils, December, which obviously these can be early, depending on what the actual fluctuation is. Not that we have a lot of eggs. I still want to try and replace that chicken coop with a bigger one. Let's see. Yeah. What was the other thing? Yeah, see, the thing that says December, this says November, but who knows? It could go late, it could be early for the high price. Big oil mill, or big mill. We still have a good amount of canola going. Not much sorghum left. That's almost done. I may actually fast forward that out and then end that. Let's just do that now real quick. Run that out. Okay, yeah, it's out now. So that's not costing us more money overnight. These will be done by the morning, I think. So, no other good contracts I don't think to do right now. So, let's do... Yeah, let's move on. Into, September. That's the one. Ooh, look at that. Full pallet. So they're doing good. The mushrooms are still going. How's our mill doing? It's probably empty by now. The mill is out. One more pallet in storage. So get back in the Manitou. Yeah, I think we're kind of getting to the point on this where hopefully we can get a little more progress done. I think what I'm eventually going to do is once we can build one of the extended production things, the mill for that, maybe we'll do the grain mill, and I want to do the plant-based milk, whatever, drink production. They're a little pricey. I can't do it right now, but I'll probably get rid of this mill because it's in a bad spot. It looks terrible. Come on. There we go. And yeah, I think we'll be able to put those across the street if we can buy that plot of land over there that's vacant. Clear it up a little bit. I don't know if it's worth bothering with any sort of sawmill for the trees. We could just, maybe we'll just sell the wood. It's not worth a lot, but I think I did talk about doing that. Oh boy. Trying to do the piano production thing, but I don't know if we can get enough lumber. I think it's just regular planks it takes, but We might have to buy... I actually haven't really looked at what like forestry plots are on this map. I don't think there's a lot, but I think there's a few okay ones maybe. A little sketchy moving around like this. I don't know if it's... I'm wondering if we should wait to sell this stuff or just do it. I'm not really sure. Alright, anyways, I'm gonna get this plopped over here. We are going to have to get a flatbed type of trailer of some sort to move all this stuff and sell it. I don't even know if we're going to stay in September very long. We move on to October to harvest the soybeans. So let's take a look and see what we got going on. So we don't have any other fields to harvest right now. Not that are ours anyways. And I'm not going to sow anything. Except I might do barley or wheat. A late one in 45 once we've harvested that. So, what's flour going to be at? Flour is January. Let's see what this says though. Oh yeah, it's way too low right now, I think. 1450. Yeah, it jumps up pretty good in October, so maybe October, I don't know. It depends if we want to bother waiting or not. What do we have for contracts? Some cultivating. It's a decent sorghum contract up there. Maybe I will get a helper to do some cultivating. While I do the harvesting contract. It's up at the far end of the map. So maybe I'll bring the trailer up there first. Yeah, so I'm gonna bring the trailer up to... What field was it? Let me take the contract here. 87. No, that's cultivating. Where is it? Number 9 is up the street a bit. So let's accept that one. I'm gonna go drop the trailer off up there and then come back and I will get a hire a worker to do let's start on this big one. And yeah, I'm like totally blanking here. Yeah, I'll drop the trailer off. I'll get the worker going on the cultivating contract, and I will see you in the harvester. Alright, we're back, and we're going to get a worker going on this. And we can hop over into the old Massey and get going on this sorghum contract. I don't know how good the yield's going to be with all these weeds, but away we go, and see when we're done. Alright, we are just about finished here, which is pretty convenient because the cultivating contract, the worker just finished over there. So that means my tractor, a big tractor, is available to come get the trailer. I don't think the small one will be able to tow this thing. The Z-Tor, I don't think it's got the cojones. So let's get this unloaded. Looks like a pretty decent haul. Close to filling it the first time I unloaded. And we were just over 6,000 there, so I don't know how much we're going to get to keep, but it's all going to go straight into our mill because the delivery point for this contract is our mill. Makes it way more convenient. So I think what I'm going to do is I will get the combine back over to the farm. Actually, let me just make sure there's no other harvesting contracts that popped up for us. Where am I going? This one. Sorghum, that's way over there though. No, okay. So I'll get this back to the farm and I will go get the tractor and cultivator, bring the cultivator back to the other field next to ours to do a cultivating contract there when we're done, and I'll go get our trailer. So alright, we have our trailer load of sorghum to bring back to our mill. I will just double check. It should be the sell point. Yep, there it is flashing down there on the map. So curious how much bonus we're going to catch off this one. Oh, I don't know if that came over or not, but I am yawning like crazy. I'm exhausted for no reason. Well, some reason, because, you know, work is work. Get this out of here. Oh, just look, it's just still doing that weird thing. It's like a super high collision there. Alright, let's see if we can figure out how much bonus we get off this. It's probably not going to be a lot. Like 1,000 something. Actually, I should know because I forgot that was out. Yeah, 1252. So let's get that going again. Get a little bit more flour. Not that it's gonna be a whole lot, but there's flour everywhere. This is wild, right? I forgot there was oil over here too. So a lot of stuff to sell. I don't know how much we're gonna make off all that. I mean, I could calculate it, but sometimes the high prices go quite a bit higher than the predicted amount. So sometimes you get a lot more than you think you're going to get. And this early in a series playthrough, or whatever you want to call it, let's play, whatever, I don't know. I try to wait. Oh, I got to actually accept the contract. Otherwise, it doesn't know what I'm doing. Let's collect these other ones real quick before I forget, which I do a lot. Cultivating 47. Accept. Yeah, I don't need 2 headlands. I'm just gonna do my normal. No, come on, do what I tell you. 1, thank you. Yeah, we'll do my normal, kind of just half-ass it and see how good we do. So, let's roll. Come on. Get it moving. Alright, into the time lapse. I wasn't sure that was going to finish. I was going to have to hit some of these other spots. I just did an absolute terrible job on that, by the way. That was horrendous. But it's good enough for the game, so... Of course, I don't even think you'd use a disc harrow like this to do that on that type of field there. But what do I know? I'm not a real farmer. I've been watching a lot of videos of actual farmers, though. And Clarkson's Farm. I finally started watching that. Some good entertainment. Is that going to be it for this month? I really do think that's going to be it. Let's collect that. And 93. We're not going all the way over there. That one will take forever too. That is a big field. Double check all this stuff here. Sorghum, that's that little one over there. I don't care. Do some hoeing. But I don't think I want to keep doing too many contracts right now. We got quite a bit of money there. We could actually pay off our loan with that. We'd only have $6,500 left though. So let's what's this grain mill doing? How much is in there still? 9 something. Oh, that guy's almost done now. good. So let's forward. Let's fast forward until this sorghum is done. Mushrooms are doing well. Oil mill's almost done. We can almost get rid of this. It's not going to have a pallet, though. That's the only problem. I have to debate with myself if I want to... oh, that's done. Slow our time back down. I have to debate if I want to just set this to selling and get rid of it. That'll be done in the morning. I'm not too worried about that one. So I think, yeah, let's do that. It's not a huge amount. I'll set it to selling. We have a good amount already. Did I make a pallet? Flour? Oh, I made a couple. Okay. So, off to October. All right. This should be done now. Deactivate that. I'm gonna set that to selling. So next time we hit an hour, so when we hit 9 a.m. it'll sell. In the meantime, we're running around like an idiot here. Yeah, we are ready to harvest our soybeans. Let's see what else might be going on though. Some more contracts there. Those sunflowers right above us are ready. We might get a corn header and do that. I don't know how much it's going to cost. $3,000 something $1,672 contract. Get a little bit of bonus sunflower we can put in the mill. I don't know if it'll be enough to even make a pallet of sunflower oil. How much is the small header to lease? Nothing in the sales. I didn't check the sales last month, but it is what it is. Will this tell me what it'll work with? No. But it should work with this little guy. It doesn't pop up for it, but this should work no problem. But how much is the lease? Almost as much as the contract, so no. So we're not going to do that, I don't think. But what we will do is harvest our soybeans, which I have to decide, you know what, we might be able to do. Nope, pushing the wrong buttons, having a day. These won't be, what's up in this spot, good to sell until June-ish, usually, June, July. Maybe by then we'll be able to afford one of the productions for it. So, I don't know. We'll have to see. We still have to pay off the loan. I want to pay that off before we take out any more of a loan. That's the last that's left over of... what did we take that out for? The fields or the tractor, maybe? I don't remember now. It's been too long. But anyways, let me get this done, and then we'll see what we'll do from there.
fields of green, endless sight. Hands work the soil, fearless. Strength of earth, day and night. Harvest power, life sustains. Golden crops, endless gains. Nature's force, never tame. In our hearts we remain. Seeds of hope, future's birth. Roots dig deep, claim the earth. Sweat and toil, prove our worth. Life's true cycle, endless mirth. Moonlit nights, stars above.
Well, that does it for our soybeans here. You may notice I've been doing the thing where I kind of run along on the rows there again. I want to try to get that chaff discharge spread out over as much of the field as I can, since we don't do mulching. I could get a mulcher at some point to get that little, I think it's like 2.5% in the yield bonus. Could also roll, do the same thing, get another 2.5% there. Sometimes I don't know if it's worth the time. I mean, over a large enough field, that percentage really could make a huge difference. But if you got huge fields, you probably have huge money already. So, alright, so that's harvested. Oh, you know what we didn't do? Oh boy. This might be a problem. This is a problem. I forgot to do the weeds. And the fertilizing last month. Oh man, I rushed it so much. Oh man, large. We have to do herbicide. I think I can still drive on it to fertilize. I can't believe I did that. Oh man, I did that on messed up with weeds on Lapinky too. I'm just trying to shoot through stuff so quickly. Fertilizer, fertilizer, fertilizer. Do we have fertilizer? Just in the planters and the seeders. Oh, we have another pile of shrooms over there. I'm just gonna get some more fertilizer. Consumables. We'll get the cheap stuff. I'm gonna have to rent a sprayer. I am not happy about that. I really messed that up. Oh, I'm so mad about it. Can't believe I did that again. Oh, it makes me so mad. Of course, we don't have crop destruction on either, I don't think, on this series. I don't remember if I had it on to begin with and I turned it off. If we never did. If we did, driving over these weeds would be killing them off, getting rid of them. Make sure that got the whole thing. Yeah. Man, oh man, I can't believe I did that. All right, let me get these two fields fertilized. real quick and I'll be back. Alright, so those are done. Top that up there. We'll go bring it back, go over to the farm. Oh, hit the sign. My bad. What we're going to end up doing is we're going to have to spray those. I really don't even know if it's worth the cost of spraying for the yield loss. But we'll do it anyways because it's the right thing to do. But what we'll do is there's a small spraying contract. But I think we'll do it in the next episode. I screwed myself up there. So we'll do that next episode. We'll still be in October, I think, then. In the meantime, for the rest of this episode, I'm going to... We'll cultivate and plant something in this field, I think. I think we'll do barley. So, let me get on with that. Off to the time lapse.
Still bites the soul, deep it cars. Earth groans from my iron scars. The sweat drips, the hands bleed. Feels of chaos, the ground's greed. Blades clash with the dirt, wounds of the earth. Breaking, taking, remaking worth. Barley rains, barley grows. Life from ashes, the cycle flows. Barley rains in the road. We reap the fire that we sow. Furrows like veins, pulsing black. Life awaits, no turning back. Scatter the seed, feed the void. Birth from decay, fills the stride. Thunder cracks in the sky. Clouds weep, tears that lie. Flood the soil, drown the pain from destruction. Life will rise. Barely rains, barely grows. Life from ashes, the cycle flows. Barely rains in the road. We reap the fire that we sow.
Well, now I remember why I hate this seed drill. It is terrible. You probably noticed in the time lapse that I looked at what it was worth and looked in the store real quick for filling up with seed and fertilizer. I don't want to be using this next season. I want to go on. So that is where we're going to leave this episode. Next episode, we are going to have to spray 57 and 58. Those large weeds there. And where'd it go? There's this contract. It's not a lot of money, but it'll help cover the cost of the sprayer. I'll probably just get... Actually, there's some mods. That's 30,000. That's cheaper, 26.5. I probably don't need the front tank. Now these are for a specific Fent. They came with a pack. How do I get to those? This thing? Mods and DLCs? Are they in alphabetical order? Yeah, they're part of this thing. So I'd have to like lease this thing. But how much is it to lease these things anyways? That's the base game one. 15.55. I don't think it's gonna be much less. You know, we had what's the size on this one? 24 meters. So we got to be comparative here. 35. Is that the same price? No, it's actually more. Do we need that big though? Will 18 meters be fine? 18 meters will probably be fine. I don't think that'll be a problem. How big is this thing? It's 21. Yeah, and then we got to pay for herbicide. But maybe a couple more spraying contracts will come up and we'll be able to cover the cost a little bit better. Wait, how much was that one? It was just the 18 meter. 1351. It's only a little bit of savings, but every bit kind of counts when you screw up like that. So yeah, thanks for... zoomed in all weird. I wonder if it was zoomed in all weird the whole episode. Yeah, thanks for watching this episode of Farming Simulator 25 in the Zielonka. Hopefully in the next, I don't know, maybe we can hammer that stuff out next episode. The spraying. We might just run the hoe over this field we just drilled, so we don't forget about it if we zip through a couple months. And hopefully we can get into selling some stuff. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.